spiritual being, we cannot really predict the future. We cannot really plan our life because there are things and happenings that are out of our control. Welcome back to my channel, my dear followers and supporters, and the new viewers. Thank you that you spent your time with me, and I hope that I can inspire you. Together, we can do something good to our universe, to our world. 2 weeks ago, I should be in Düsseldorf, a city away from Munich, to interview someone, an expert, when it comes to how to fight old age poverty. But instead of taking train to Düsseldorf, I landed in the hospital, unfortunately. Never that I know that I have a high blood pressure. I didn't have a stroke. It was a stage before the real stroke. I had a wake-up call. And this is really very important to me because I am taking now 3 kinds of medicines to reduce my blood pressure. And I told to my physician that I only give myself 5 to 6 months to get rid of these medicines because I don't like taking medicines. It is possible or it is not possible. For me, as a cancer survivor, I just can tell you, yes, it is possible that we can heal ourselves. It is not passive but active healing. We are a spiritual being and we have the power to heal ourselves through prayers, through meditations, through the breath in and breath out workout. Why it is so? Because we are not only consist of our body, but we are made of soul and body. That's why we can heal ourselves. We have a mind that is really limitless, but we have to do something about that. We have to learn how to breathe in and out properly. We have to learn how to connect ourselves, our inner self, how to connect to our soul. Only the meditation and only the breath in and breath out, the breath work that I did at that time, that really saved my life for not having a stroke. Because when I realized that something wrong on my left side, all the left side of my body, then I was very calm. I went to the sofa and sat down and immediately made meditation, meditated, immediately I had this breath work, breath in and breath out. And immediately to those people who understand the depthness of meditation, I really wanted first to touch the left side of my brain, to try to send some energy. But when I applied that in the right side, I could not reach it. I could not touch my brain. And that's why I realized that this is very serious. So now I will go to the blackboard to share with you what I want to do now and to inspire you how to get rid of the medicines in 5 to 6 months. Come, let's go. Welcome back again to the Blackboard. So my value, my blood pressure was really very high. It was really very dangerous life risk. I had 215 over 110. So to those of you who are familiar with the blood pressure, high blood pressure, this is really very high because the normal value is 120 over 80. So for you first, what will be my advice? If you have the family history with high blood pressure, stroke, then you really have to secure and buy a measurement. Even if you don't feel something, because when you have a high blood pressure, you don't feel it, because your body will always adapt the level of your stress, the level of your energy. So there is a resistance there when it comes to a stress level. So you don't feel any symptoms. Maybe in other patients they feel something, but maybe they have the symptoms 1 month before the stroke, right? And this is my advice. And then I also want to go through with you what I am doing right now, because this is really my challenge and this is my project. So when it comes to project, when I tell you this is my project, I really take action because I want to be successful. And as health is wealth, this is now my priority. So the first level, the first item that I really have to tackle is all about stress level. So the stress level, I really have to reduce. Actually, in 2018, I already started reducing my stress level, slowing down my life. When I applied for a position in 2018, I really wanted to have, not so high position, but the opposite. I don't want anymore to lead in, worldwide with lots of responsibilities. That was my first move, but it was not enough yet, right? So what is also very important when reducing your stressful level, you have people, you have job, so you have to be careful how to handle that, because in the job you also have people. You collaborate with your office mates, your co-workers, and there are also toxic people, right? And there are people who really put you down, but instead try to make sure that you keep down. And anyway, sometimes you really have to forget your ego when it comes to in the working place. Just do what you can do and and work, right? But there are also people or your family. There are always trouble in the family, and you have to decide in one point in your life what to do, because it is not worth discussing with your family things that are nonsense and things that are not within your values. And as I am talking here, the self-love value, there are decisions that it takes longer to meet, but there are also decisions that you really have to take action, like changing my lifestyle. This is an immediate action because I was already in the hospital. But when it comes to family troubles, it takes years. This is a longer process. But in one thing in your life and one time in your life, you have to make decision. what is best for you, for your son, for your children. And it is really worth having a family with, which does not conform with your own values. And then the food intake. So we know that sugar is not good. So I really now get rid of the sugar, processed food, because in our society now, they're always promoting snacks. And you can see everywhere, there are lots of foods to it. Because this is a billions business. No one will tell you that, or the business companies, they will never tell you that stop taking processed foods, because in the processed foods, there are all sugars there. So what I have to do is really taking real foods, avoid processed foods, and then, reduce or avoid sugar, avoid alcohol, salty foods. So the fight is now, how can I, eat real foods with more fibers and really reduce sugar. I already, I have started taking real foods, but I was not so determined to fight against sugar. And now I have to fight, I have to deal with this. So really I am eating real foods now, and reduce carbohydrates, reduce rice, reduce potatoes, reduce noodles, or yes, because they are sugar, they produce insulin. So this is also my food intake. I have to take good care, and I'm really doing it now. I'm very, very serious. And exercise is really very important. So for me, I'm not a professional, right? Okay. But I just divided into two categories. I have normal walking, swimming, this kind of stretching, because every day I actually stretching, because part of my meditation is always stretching and something like that. But this kind of exercise, I categorize them as normal. But what really very important is the HIIT, the high intensity trainings, because I understand now my blood pressure now is a little bit, is reduced really, and here in the upper side, this is becoming a little bit normal. Sometimes I have a blood pressure of 120 or 123 or something like that. But this one here is always still my problem, because the normal is 80. I have still over 90, so it's not really good. So what I understand now, as not a professional, okay, I have to do this HIIT training. You really have to exercise the muscles of your heart. So this is the kind of training where you have to put pressure, intervals. So maybe 60 minutes, and then you make a break, and then you have active again. So this is an interval, the high intensity training. So from now, I'm not doing this, because I want to normalize my food intake. I want my body to adopt first the new normal now. No sugar, and also salt. I don't also use salt. Not so much, because as a Filipino, we like to eat salty. We use soy sauce, we use lots of sugar. No, not sugar, but salt, right? So once it is stabilized, my food intake, I will give my body until June to normalize it, because now I am not longing, I'm not cravings for any chocolates or something like that. So thanks God. And then once I am beginning July, I will have this high intensity training. What I do now is really walking 6,000 steps, at least 6,000 steps every day. So my son, helped me to buy this watch from Apple to monitor my health, also my steps. So this is every day. So daily activities, no matter what kind of weather outside, I have to walk, right? Okay. And then sleep well. This is also my problem, because when I have this chemotherapy, I had this chemotherapy, and then after that, I have this cancer therapy for 10 years. And during this time, I took very high doses of medicine. So I could not really sleep. And some of the patients really cannot work during this therapy, because it is just like, you cannot just sleep. But I always have this energy because of my meditation, because of, this using the power within us, our healing power. So if you understand and learn how to meditate and breathe in, breathe out, you really can experience how wonderful it is. Experience the love of God, the love of our creations, and the energy that it will really help you no matter what kind of illness you have. You have just the energy. Once you have this meditation, once you meditate, you have this energy. I cannot just explain it, because right after my operation, a 10 hours operation, and after 1 week, 2 weeks, I already worked. Not full time, but I worked and managed 13 companies worldwide, affiliates, and 3 to 4 companies in Germany. So worldwide, I have lots of people to manage. But even though I was suffering cancer, and I had this therapy, but through meditation and believing in myself and believing to God, I worked. And I tell you, this is really true. I'm not telling you lie here, because I always worked. I always have the energy, right? So the next topic is really weight loss, because I was always snacking. Although I ate a lot of fruits and veggies, but I was always snacking. Chicharron. Chicharron is really my favorite. For those who don't know chicharron, this is the skin of the pork. When you fry it or process it, it is really very crispy. So I love it. You can buy it in the Asian shop. Chocolate, something like that. So I really need to slow down. I have to slow down everything and reduce my weight. And this is very important. And then, what I've said, really monitor the blood pressure. Really monitor the blood pressure. This is my advice. Even if you don't feel, or we just don't know if we have a high blood pressure. And this is really the fact. So really, this is really what I am doing now. Because my goal is really to get rid of the medicines. So I really want to get rid of the medicines, and all I'm determined to do this with all these measurements that I really have to take action, and through believing that we are a spiritual being with a healing power plus meditation, and I believe that I can get rid of the medicines and will be healthy again when it comes to blood pressure. So what really I am doing now, and I have this book. These are all the books that I read. Yeah. This is about the sugar that is really unhealthy. This is all about why we age and why we don't have. And through reading this book, it's all really also helps to motivate me to, to fight against my illness now, and understand to motivate me that I have to do this. And then I have this obesity code. I'm not overweight, but it really also helps to understand why sugar, insulin, is not really good to our body, and it is also a matter of what we intake, what we take, but when we have to eat, so that to understand, this is a combination of this book and this book, to understand the importance of fasting. To understand the importance of fasting, we really have to also to understand why it is important, and the benefits that it will bring us. And through interval fasting, because I only eat twice a day, it just slow down or reduce the insulin. But this is another topic. So thank you very much for watching. I hope that you will be inspired to join my journey. I will be making some updates about my health. For now, it's just really good. I already losing some some kilos, but I just want to inspire you that if maybe you are also having some difficulty in changing your lifestyle, then I want to show you me as I want always to be successful. I want to show you how you can discipline your life through seeing me. Now that I have these challenges, I want to show you we can make it, how to make it. I am a single working mom. I have more reasons to live longer, because I don't want to leave my son earlier, but to tell you, it is really our time to live in this world, then it is our time. But if we have the chance to have this wake-up call, then by all means, take it. Take the chance and do something for your health, and come and join me to my journey, and combating and getting rid of these medicines here. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next episode. I love you very much, and God bless.